Connor Bedard just signed a $13 million contract. His first big purchase? A cookbook and an apron. Yeah, you heard that right. This kid's full of surprises. We're following Bedard as he navigates his new life as an NHL star. From fan encounters to quiet nights at home, you'll see why being Connor Bedard is both awesome and kinda weird. Connor Bedard's first NHL goal wasn't just a milestone, it was a $5.2 million moment. The puck hadn't even stopped rolling before the Chicago Blackhawks front office started crunching numbers. You see, before Bedard laced up his skates in the Windy City, the Hawks were in a bit of a slump. The team had been struggling to fill seats with an average of just 17,000 tickets distributed per game in the previous season. Fans were losing faith, and the energy in the United Center was about as flat as a week-old soda. But then came Bedard, a hockey prodigy with a shot that could make goalies question their career choices. As soon as Bedard hit the ice, everything changed. Suddenly, those empty seats started filling up. The Blackhawks ticket office was buzzing with fans clamoring to catch a glimpse of the new kid on the block. It wasn't just about watching hockey anymore, it was about witnessing the birth of a legend. But the Bedard effect didn't stop at the turnstiles. Merchandise flew off the shelves like it was going out of style. Bedard's jersey became the hottest fashion item in Chicago since Michael Jordan's number 23. In fact, during his NHL rookie season, Bedard's jersey was the most popular across the entire league. Kids were begging their parents for Bedard gear, and adults were proudly sporting number 98 like it was a badge of honor. As the team's revenue soared, so did Bedard's potential earnings. His entry-level contract was already turning heads at a total value of $13.35 million over 3 years, including a juicy $285,000 in signing bonuses. But that was just the tip of the iceberg. Companies were lining up to get a piece of the Bedard brand. Hyundai Canada and the Canadian Imperial Bank of Commerce were among the first to jump on the Bedard bandwagon, signing endorsement deals that had marketing experts nodding in approval. These partnerships were just the beginning, with more deals expected to roll in as Bedard continued to dazzle on the ice. But here's the twist. Despite all the attention and potential earnings, Bedard turned down millions from fast food chains. That's right, the kid who'd never tasted a burger or fry said no thanks to some seriously big bucks. It's a decision that left many scratching their heads, but it speaks volumes about Bedard's priorities and dedication to his craft. As we transition to looking at Bedard's life off the ice, one thing's clear. This isn't your average teenage millionaire. From his on-ice heroics to his off-ice choices, Connor Bedard was proving to be a different breed of NHL star. Folks, we're just getting started. Connor Bedard may be hockey's golden boy, but his apartment is far from a millionaire's paradise. So what's the deal with this teenage phenom's surprisingly modest digs? When you think of an 18-year-old with a $13.35 million contract, you might imagine a lavish penthouse, fancy cars, and a lifestyle that screams, "I've made it." But Connor Bedard? He's busy FaceTiming his mom for cooking tips in a modest Chicago apartment. Bedard's daily routine is more Rocky Balboa than rockstar. He's up early, hitting the rink for extra practice before his teammates even arrive. One teammate spilled the beans, saying Bedard often does 2 or 3 extra reps in the weight room. It's this work ethic that's turning heads both on and off the ice. But let's talk about that fridge, shall we? Open it up and you won't find champagne and caviar. Nope, Bedard's cool box is stocked with the fuel that powers his on-ice heroics: chicken, rice, veggies, shrimp, mashed yams, and salmon. It's a nutritionist's dream, a fast food marketer's nightmare. Speaking of fast food, here's a shocker. Bedard's never had it. Not a single fry. His mom revealed he's never had fast food. He will at some point, but he hasn't eaten at McDonald's or anything yet. This strict diet isn't just a phase. It's a lifestyle choice that's helped shape Bedard into the player he is today. When he's not at the rink or meal prepping, Bedard enjoys simple pleasures like walking around the city. He appreciates the laid-back Chicago vibe, saying, "I don't mind if someone asks for a picture or whatever, but usually it's just a 'hello, how are you' sort of thing." That's been real nice. Despite the millions in his bank account and the endorsement deals, Bedard's keeping it real. He's more likely to be found hanging out with teammates and their families than splurging on luxury items. As we peek into Bedard's world, it's clear that his recipe for success involves more than just talent. It's a mix of hard work, family support, and a fridge full of performance-fueling food. But don't think for a second that Bedard's all work and no play. As we shift gears to look at his fashion choices and spending habits, you might be surprised at where this young millionaire chooses to splurge. Stay tuned, because Bedard's style off the ice is just as intriguing as his moves on it. Connor Bedard signed a deal with Lululemon, becoming their first NHL ambassador. But here's the kicker. He already owned most of their catalog. So what's really in Bedard's closet? And how does it reflect his down-to-earth approach to stardom? When you picture an NHL superstar's wardrobe, you might imagine a closet full of designer suits, custom-made shoes, and luxury watches. But Connor Bedard, he's more likely to be found rocking a pair of $50 sweatpants than strutting down the red carpet in the latest fashion. Don't get it twisted though, Bedard's got the goods when he needs them. There's a $5,000 suit hanging in his closet for those special occasions. But day to day, this 18-year-old millionaire is all about comfort and practicality. Bedard's partnership with Lululemon speaks volumes about his style choices. As the brand's first NHL player ambassador, he's not just wearing their gear, he's living in it. Being from Vancouver, I've been a fan of Lululemon for as long as I can remember, Bedard shared. This gear is so comfortable, stylish, and great for training. It's clear that for Bedard, function trumps fashion every time. But Lululemon isn't the only brand clamoring for a piece of the Bedard pie. He's also inked deals with Fanatics, Gatorade, Sherwood, Upper Deck, Hyundai, and CIBC. These partnerships aren't just about slapping his name on products. They're a reflection of Bedard's values and interests. Bedard's rise to fame hasn't just caught the eye of sponsors. He's also garnered attention from Instagram star Brecky Hill, adding a touch of social media glamour to his growing celebrity status. So, what's the most expensive item in Bedard's closet? Surprisingly, it's not that $5,000 suit. It's actually his hockey gear. Top-of-the-line skates, custom sticks, and pro-level protective equipment add up quickly. But here's the thing. Unlike that fancy suit, Bedard's hockey gear sees action every single day. Bedard's fashion choices tell us more than just what he likes to wear. They give us a glimpse into his mindset. Here's a kid who's more focused on perfecting his slap shot than his selfie game. He's not trying to impress anyone with designer labels or flashy accessories. Instead, he's letting his on-ice performance do all the talking. As we wrap up our peek into Bedard's wardrobe, it's clear that his approach to fashion mirrors his approach to fame. It's all about staying grounded, focusing on what matters, and not getting caught up in the glitz and glamour. But how does this young millionaire handle the pressures of sudden stardom? Stay tuned, because Bedard's method for staying grounded in the spotlight is just as surprising as his wardrobe choices. Imagine turning down the chance to be the next big thing on reality TV. Now picture doing that and FaceTiming your mom about how to boil an egg. Sounds crazy, right? Well, that's just another day in the life of Connor Bedard. But why would an NHL superstar choose cooking tips over camera time? Bedard's approach to fame is as refreshing as a cold glass of water after a triple overtime. While some stars are busy building their personal brand, Bedard's busy building his skills on the ice. His teammates have noticed, with one saying, he's the guy on their roster that you're really game planning for. That's some serious respect for a rookie. But it's not just his on-ice dedication that sets Bedard apart. His relationships with teammates and coaches are built on mutual respect and a shared love for the game. Taylor Hall, a veteran player, noted, he doesn't seem to be fazed by it, but it can be a little much at times. This insight shows that while Bedard's handling the pressure like a pro, his teammates are looking out for him too. So, what's Bedard's secret to staying grounded despite his fame? It's simple. He doesn't see himself as famous. In his own words, when I go home and look in the mirror, I don't really see a famous person. I just see the same guy I've always been. It's this mindset that keeps Bedard focused on what really matters: family, hockey, and personal growth. As we look towards Bedard's future, one thing's clear. This kid's got his priorities straight. With his feet firmly on the ground and his eyes on the prize, Connor Bedard is setting himself up for a career that's about more than just stats and trophies. It's about staying true to yourself, even when the spotlight's shining bright. And folks, that's a game plan we can all learn from. After signing his NHL contract, Connor Bedard didn't rush out to buy a flashy sports car or a mansion. Instead, his big splurge was on something that speaks volumes about his character. He invested in giving back to the community. As a volunteer player ambassador for Hockey Gives Blood, Bedard's using his platform to make a real difference. This choice reveals a lot about what success means to Bedard. It's not just about the money or the fame. It's about using his position to help others. In his own words, Bedard's long-term goals are clear. I want to be a player that gives back to the community and aims to win championships. As we look to the future, it's clear that Bedard's impact will extend far beyond the ice. With his combination of talent, work ethic, and genuine desire to make a difference, he's not just shaping up to be a great hockey player, but a role model for the next generation. Bedard's journey is just beginning, and it's one that hockey fans and community members alike will be watching with excitement. Check out these other Beer League Hockey Guy vids, and please like and subscribe so you don't miss out on more quality hockey content.